all of these products are part of the Crafty Fun collection from our friends at Crafter's Companion. You can see there's embossing folders. One of them even cuts out as well as an embossing folder. There are cutting dies, there are stamps, you can get sewing machines, stencils, all of these, so many things. Well, Heidi didn't use any of them. Heidi used just 4 items from this collection. She began with the Crafty Fun papers, and I'll be showing you the papers, but here's just a preview. They are single-sided. You get 3 of each one, and they're all over patterns and very fun. So you're going to get a total of 48 sheets. That's 16 designs. You can kind of see them on the cover. She's also used this hoop trio, so an embroidery hoop in 3 different sizes, my particular favorite. And she also used some pearl cardstock, and it comes in these 4 colors. You get, let me see, I think it's 6 of each one. Yes, and because there are 4 colors, 6 of each one, 24. And same thing on the glitter cardstock. So you get 4 colors, 6 of each. They are all 8.5 by 11, and they glitter and they don't rub off. All of this is what Heidi has used for today's webisode. Please come play with us. Here's the first of her cards, and you can really see the 2 papers, but just to give you another look, here they are, all over dots, and it's all over floral. Now she has added the our brand new 12 rectangle and scallop dies, and you can see the black border around that piece, very pretty. Now she has added some of the brand new glimmer ribbon. Now the glimmer ribbon, I think she uses on everything in this webisode, so you're going to get a really good taste of it. She's also used this glimmer ribbon. Now she has used it on almost all of the cards in this webisode, so you'll be seeing it multiple times, but it does add a nice shine, and it's about 1/4 inch wide. Really, really nice. Lots of colors, as you can see, and they are all 36 inches long. Now, another new thing are these sprinklets from our friends at Buttons Galore. And you can see they're tiny. They're about 1/4 inch wide, and there are tubes in there, but there's also kind of a candy cane in this cupcake pink color, and so she has attached those. Now, she attached them to Romantique Dazzles. So the Romantique has one of the sheets in black and one in the pearl gold. And you can see the bicycle that she's taken out. So she's replaced the flowers in that Dazzles with these cupcake flowers and let them kind of trail on out. Added some butterflies, and that did a really nice job. The other part that she has used on multiple cards are the More Greetings Dazzles. Now, this is what the sheet looks like. It's a 4x9 sheet. It's in black, white, gold, silver, and brown. And you can see she's used black right here for that great big congratulations. On the inside, the Just For You is also part of that More Greetings Dazzles. As you can see, some butterflies and more of the cupcakes. And I really like what Heidi does with her ribbons. This is just very simple, but it almost looks like a present that's been opened, and just really does a very nice job. So that is our very first card. And then we're going to move right along, and let me pull some others out. Now I am going to be showing you almost all the papers that are in the paper pack, so that will be fun to see. Now this is a narrower card. It's only 3 inches by our 6.5 inches long. Our cards are normally 5 by 6.5, but this one is skinnier, so she just cut her card down to 3 inches. The papers that she used are these, and let me bring them out so you can see that orange plaid or gingham. And you can see the all over flowers, the blue tone on tone, and on the inside, well, actually, there's also the pearl papers. Now those have been added to this combination, so you can kind of see those colors there. And let me show you how Heidi has designed those vases to hold the flowers, and I'll tell you about flowers in a minute. So she first cut her card down to 3 by 6.5, as I said, and then she made 2 rectangles. They're in, by the way, all the instructions and sizes are down below in the gallery, so you can just pop over there and see them. This is this size. It is 1 1/2 by 2.5 inches. So that's where she started. And then she used a nickel. That's right, a nickel. So you can see that the bottom edges are curved. Well, you can use your nickel to just draw a line and cut that. Same way on the other one. Now to get that indentation in the top, nickel comes in handy again. Just place it there, trace it, place it over there, trace it, and you'll have that same shape. I thought that was pretty clever, woman, to do, and a nice way to get that so easily. So you get 2 sizes. This one is 2.5 inches. This is 4 inches tall. Now, where did she get those flowers, you might ask? Well, this is in a collection of dazzles, as you would think, called Lots of Flowers, and there's just all sorts of designs and finishes, sunflowers, roses, just all kinds of things, kind of our favorite collection. And this is the sheet that she selected, and you can see it's got the individual roses, so you can stack them, and that's what Heidi has done here. Now she placed it on the pearl paper, and for the flowers she used pink for the blossoms and this kind of yellow for the leaves. All she did was place the dazzle on there, use these 4.5 inch long scissors. So you need a short bladed pair of scissors just to cut right along the edge of the dazzle. In fact, the dazzle will kind of guide the scissors. It just works perfectly. And on the inside of her card, she has used more of the dazzles, and she added the blue pearl paper. Just really, really pretty. And again, to get her greetings, she went back to that same More Greetings dazzles. You can see the hello as it's been used right there. I really appreciate the fact that Heidi has done that, using the same materials in multiple ways. I mean, it just gives you a lot more bang for your buck, don't you think? Okay, here is our next card. And Heidi has added something different. Whoops, there are my notes. She has added something different to this. She has brought in that glitter cardstock, and you saw that in the beginning. Now, these are the papers that she's using. So you can see this kind of hexagon. She's got a zigzag, rickrack, and then a dotted. So these are the papers. And she's also added, as I said, these 2 colors of the glitter cardstock. I like them because you get that glitter look without the mess, so it's not going to mess up anything. Now, let me show you what she's done. So the hexagon paper has been used for the card front. It's been matted on the glitter. And then she took the rickrack, and you can see that she just cut, I believe it's 5 rows, and just cut right along the zigzag, and then she matted that again on the blue glitter, so that worked nicely. Heidi does a nice job with the ribbons, and so she does this kind of raise of ribbon. So she measured down 1 inch from the top of the card and 1 inch from the side, and folded her ribbon and first placed that down, and then she did her bow, and it works really, really nicely. Now the Get Well Soon, that is always going back to the More Greetings dazzles, so that's what's going there. Can we get in a little bit closer, Houston? Because I want to show you what she has done. So you saw the cupcake sparklets. Well, there's also Canary and Orange Crush. Same idea. You get these tubes, you get these circles, they kind of look like pinwheels, and she has elected to attach them in the center of the flowers. And she did that by simply taking the Specialist acrylic glue, putting a drop of it down and then just pressing that little piece on top, and the glue will dry clear, and it works really nicely. On the inside of her card, well, that's where she used the yellow paper, and then this strip of the glitter, and again, another ribbon treatment where she has let them spread apart and then added a bow and zotted it on top. Again, the Thinking of You is from the More Greetings Dazzles, and you see more of the sparklets right there. Just everything works very, very nicely, don't you think? It's fun to see new products and to see how well they're used. Speaking of which, we have some blend of old and new right here. You see my note? I've got to start taking those off. Now, this is I think a really fun card. And it is the first one using the hoop trio. Like I said, my personal favorite. Now, Heidi initially die cut everything out of the metallic gold paper. And let me bring that in. I know you know what it looks like, but there it is. And so you see all of the embroidery hoops, and there are 3 of them, are die cut out of that. So there's one on the inside too. I thought it was brilliant that she used the 4-inch doilies. They just work perfectly. The other thing she did that I think is very smart is that she put vellum on the back of the hoop. That way you get kind of this ghosted look. So that worked very nicely. Now, the vellum comes in a package of, you get 3 of them. You get 3 of the hearts. Yes, they can be right side up too. You get 3 of the dots, and you get 3 of the swirls. Okay, so she just used those and glued them to the back of the hoops. And the other thing that she did that I thought was very interesting is that this is the paper that she used on the front of her card. So you can see all kinds of crafty tools, but then she paired it with this tile. So let me just show you. So she has cut her card down to 5 inches square, and she has cut a piece of the Crafty paper. Let's call this Crafty paper, okay? And then matted it on the gold and put that down. Now she cut a piece of vellum, and again, the measurements are in the gallery, and laid it over the corner and just wrapped those edges around, or just cut them even. Then she took a 2-row strip of that tile and ran it right there. It just gives a little bit of dimension and so forth as we're looking at the card. So very clever, I think. And you can see on this one, there is a white paper also behind that embroidery hoop. Inside, she went back to this gingham that we used earlier on one of the cards, I think. And again, the tile, and again, a vellum. And you can see how that doily just beautifully complements the embroidery hoop and the dazzles out of the More Greeting Dazzles. Now the hearts come out of the More Valentine hearts. So those hearts come out of this set, and it's I think it's like 629 Valentines. So there's just all kinds of finishes, and that's where the hearts come from. So you can use those on anything. In addition, to get some like that inside piece, no, it's not on this one. I beg your pardon, it's on another one. Never mind, you don't even know what I was doing. Okay. Like it? I think it's beautiful. Thank you, Heidi. One more, and let me bring it up. Okay, and here is Heidi's last card. Now, you can see it's also using the hoop trio, so that's fun. And she is also using the 12 circle and scallop dies, and that's going to create this yellow piece and also the corner treatments. Now, the papers that she's using are these 2. It's the same design, one with a yellow background and then one with a white background. I guess they're different designs. I stand corrected, but really work well together. And this is a gatefold card. You know how to do that. You're going to take your card and lay it flat, so the score line's in the middle. And then carefully bring each side to the center. Do not overlap. And that way you've got the beginnings of a gatefold card. Now what Heidi has done is she has die cut out all three, the biggest embroidery hoop, but she has done it multiple times. So she's done it out of the blue pearl. So let me bring that in. She has also done it out of a piece of acetate because this is a shaker card. And then for the inside, she's also done it out of yellow, the yellow pearl. So blue pearl, yellow pearl, and the pink pearl. Okay? So those are all going to be used. And so she took the blue one and left the hooks on it. Okay, that top part. But for the acetate, she trimmed those off. So just cut them off because that's going to go underneath this. Okay? We find that attaching any kind of paper to acetate is best done with the extra sticky tape, you know, the tape with the orange liner. That's just going to make it a bit easier. And then this yellow part was die cut out with the scalloped and circle and scallops dies. It's this one right here. And that's been die cut. That has also been attached with the extra sticky tape. And then on the back side of that acetate, you're going to use the foam tape. Now, you know about this. You know we've got the best price around, and I think it's 50 meters, something like that that's on the package. These are a ½ inch, but you're going to just snip it into short pieces and lay underneath the acetate. You want 2 layers. That's what Heidi really finds works best for her. And then on that pink piece, you're also going to clip off the top prongs and do a couple of pinches. In this case, she went back to the cranberry sparklets. So just a couple of pinches is plenty to allow the movement to happen. I do think it's very clever that she used the dazzles to go on top of the acetate. That just is a nice way to have it. Again, the glimmer ribbon at the top. This piece, you'll notice it's a little bit different in that the pink pearl has kind of been scooted more toward the center. Same thing with the yellow paper. These circles are a quarter circle that she cut with those cutting dies and just attached them and glued them in place. On the inside of her card, well, you can see what's going on there. This is going to cover up that score line. And then you have the yellow trio hoop. And then you've got the pink from the inside. Best Wishes is there. And again, more of the sparklets or sprinklets. This time the Orange Crush is used on the inside. And along with I guess you could use anything because all those colors are in all of them, and a glimmer ribbon. So very nice. I do like and appreciate when the front of the card is oh so pretty, and then you open it and you see kind of a slightly different color combination. I think that's really, it just gives you another little surprise as that's revealed. So Heidi has been oh so busy, as you can see, but the things that were from Crafter's Companion, you saw the luxury glitter cardstock, the luxury pearl cardstock, of course, the paper pad that is used for everything. And you did see the hoop trio, and you saw all of these others that you can mix and match and use and have a great deal of fun with. Now, if you're seeing this Paper Wishes, go over to your right and you'll see the Money Saver. So we'll have those 4 things put together for you. If you're watching this on YouTube, please head over to paperwishes.com. Look at the instructions. You'll get all the measurements. Please take advantage of the Money Saver. And all of you, thank you so much for joining us and for being part of the Paper Wishes family.